I'm Kevin Baxter and I serve in the parking lot ministry here at Harvest. I was coming to the Thursday night Bible study and just loving the teaching, the Pastor Greg and the worship with the band and everything, and asked Pastor Mike, how can I get involved? He pointed over to the parking ministry and said, why don't you talk to them and see if they can use some help. And I've just loved it ever since, been serving there about 8 years now. There's three things that I've seen in my own life from just serving in general and the parking lot ministry in particular. First is that I've really grown in my faith. You know, when we read the Bible and we pray, we listen to teaching, there's so much that we learn through that, but then through serving, there's so much more we learn by applying what we're reading in the Bible. God really speaks to us and reaches us in a different way when we serve, and I've definitely seen that in my own life, so I've grown in my faith. Another area I've grown in my faith is really trusting God. There's so many things that happen when you're serving that are out of your control, and you really need to just learn to let go and let God be in control, because He is sovereign and He will provide our way if we trust in Him. Another thing that I love about serving is that we have the opportunity to bless others. And it's really not us that's doing the blessing, it's really God that's doing the blessing through us. But He's using us, and we're out in the parking lot and you see somebody with an expression on their face that they're just not feeling well that day, and God puts in your heart to go talk to them and say hello, welcome them, and cheer them up, and the Lord's blessing people through us. I'd say definitely jump in and don't worry so much about which ministry. One thing I'd say is a great thing about serving is that it really makes a large church small. The friendships and fellowship and love you develop for the people you're serving with is really something that you can't get if you don't serve. You learn to go through the hilltops and the valleys together, to pray with each other, to help each other out, to carry each other's burdens. There's just so much fellowship that goes on when you're serving that it just adds a lot of depth and value to the church experience. I'm Kevin Baxter, and count me in.